I'm going to introduce now a young lady. We met many years ago. She wanted to get something started around the Greenville-Kinston area, and she thought we knew what we were doing. We went down there and we had one meeting, and after she had about 80 people, we said, you know, you don't need us anymore. You're on your own. The young lady is really sharp. I look up to her. Her name is Kozel. She's a Tea Party. She's a patriot. She's actually, I believe, worked in that legislative building on a temporary basis. Is that not right? And I love her to death. And I'm not going to say what you know I thought I was going to say, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce you now, sweetheart. Come on board. Thank you, Karen.
What a great turnout. And look at the cloud is keeping the rain away, I guess, because it's keeping the sun away, too. Do we have, okay, got it. I was a legislator. I took Stephen LaRoque's place at the end of last semester, and I had a great time. Hired my son as my LA. We just had a blast together. We learned a lot. If you get a chance to do it, do it. I am so encouraged by seeing all these pro-life signs. I cannot tell you, when I think about Thankful Tuesday, I think about pro-life. We are so thankful that we have our babies and that we have a pro-life strong stand still. I have 13 babies. My youngest is 1 and my oldest is 21. And man, do I look at my breakfast table every day and I'm like, what a blessing, every day. Of course, when I have to clean up afterwards, it becomes less so, but they help. I have to tell you a little bit about the Tea Party. Some people were saying, well, can you just tell us what the Tea Party's about, just in a few words? And I'll tell you, every Tea Party has its own flavor, its own feel to it. The North Carolina Tea Party in the last 6, 8, 9 months has pulled together. Our leadership has gotten together several times. The last time we got together was in Kinston. We had 85 leaders, just leaders. That is such a great movement. And I'll tell you what we do. Our goal in North Carolina is to educate from a conservative perspective. If we educate every month on a relevant topic, we have education, we have foreign policy, we have IRS, we have amnesty, we have the Dodd-Frank bill, we have Obamacare, we're pro-life, we're pro-marriage. There's so much going on, and every single month we have a meeting, and we are bringing people in from the community. And we have disenfranchised Democrats. They are there, independents, unaffiliates, Republicans, disenfranchised Republicans. And they're coming to these meetings, they're learning. And then when it's time to vote, guess what? They've got a little box of information. When these candidates come up and they start talking about what they believe in and the issues that stand firm for them, they have this little box of information. So they are becoming educated voters. It's no longer D and R. The Tea Party has pulled in conservative voters from all parties' perspective. One thing that we've decided to do this year with the Tea Party leaders is to work really closely with all the conservative movements. We're working closely this time with Claude and Joyce. We're going to make sure that those issues that are dear to us and dear to them, that the Tea Party is going together. We're going to move forward on those issues that we both stand firm on. And I will tell you, pro-life is at the top of the list for the Tea Party. Pro-life, and we people, we have feet. The Tea Partiers, they are out there. They are the ones that are working at the precincts. They're the ones that are going to the commissioner meetings, the city council meetings. Boy, those are boring. But when they bring up issues that are important to us, we need to be there. We can't sit at home and think it's going to change, because it's not. And another thing we're doing, we are proactively looking for candidates. We're not waiting for, now I wonder who's voting, who's running this year. We're going to pick the best of the two. We are going out like crazy, and we're finding people that are first godly, and secondly, constitutionally sound. We are replacing marginalized candidates. We're replacing those people who are not voting like they said they're going to vote. If you say you're godly and constitutionally sound, when I see your vote, pull it up, it's easy, then it better reflect that. We don't have time. We don't have any more time for almost. We need it all the way, and we need you to join us. We need you to join us both in encouraging Tea Party growth. North Carolina, as you know, just traditionally is a Democratic state. And we need you to encourage that. If you know people who are like, well, I'll never become a Republican, great. Find out where your local Tea Party meeting is. We don't ask what you are, what affiliation you are. Tell them to go to the Tea Party meeting. We need them and 5 of their friends. I'll tell you another thing we're doing. First, we're working with the Republicans closer than ever. I've been asked to represent the North Carolina Tea Party group. So I am kind of the little spokesman, I guess, and I'll be talking to Joyce and Claude more about how we can connect more often and easier. But I will tell you, the other thing we're doing besides finding candidates and working close together is we are asking everybody to get out, write, call, talk to your legislators. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. And I will leave with this one last issue that we're going to be bringing up, and that's the voter ID. We need to make sure that we are being educated on some of these bills. The voter ID is one of them. But I will say that North Carolina is going to be the new target state. When I watch these great Republicans and this great conservative group coming up here and the stage is full and it's burning hot, I just know that we are going to be the target state. We're going to be the state that's going to have corporate taxes that draw people in. We're going to be where all the people want to be for a job and for conservative principles. Thank you for coming, and I appreciate your time and your effort. Continue to work.